Welcome back to Light Talk, where the paranormal and the supernatural is a part of our everyday lives. I have a fantastic guest tonight. I think you guys are going to really love her. She's going to rock your world. Here we go. So welcome to the show, and go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, hi, everybody. My name is Kooch. And yeah, that's got a long story that goes with it. But I've been, I was a paranormal investigator when I was like 16 doing ghost busting and ghost houses, going into haunted houses. And that's when it started. And you can tell that was a long time ago. So my whole life has been devoted to professional psychic work. Well, I mean, I've had other experiences, many kinds, but they always pointed me back to the psychic path and doing intuitive work. I did thousands and thousands and thousands of readings at the Renaissance Fair, which was a 6-week fair that happened when I was doing it 3 times a year. So I was pretty much like doing psychic work to maintain my livelihood for 25 years, just doing one reading after another, because we'd start like about 10 in the morning and we'd go to like 6 or 7 in the evening nonstop with doing readings. So out of that came, I got tired of setting up Renaissance Fair booths, and I started doing more corporate events as a reader or a psychic coach and event party psychic. And that just kind of like took off, and it was so much easier than working at a Renaissance Fair where I'd work from like 10 to 6 or 7, because I'd only go in for like 2 or 3 or 4 hours and I could choose my days. So I somehow or another, the universe has provided opportunities for me to keep doing psychic work. And I give so much thanks, because I really feel I had to be invited. It wasn't something I chose mentally. I got a degree as a teacher, thought I was going to be a teacher. My parents were so totally disgusted that I was going into psychic work instead of using my education, and what was wrong with me. So there was a lot of like stuff to work through, which I won't go into, but it's very sordid history, very different 40 or 50 years ago when I started than what you guys are into right now, when it's so much more accepted by society and it's pretty common to see psychics everywhere you go. But in the meantime, I thought, oh, okay, I'm getting rid of going to corporate jobs. I'm like sick of being on the freeway all the time driving. And so I started writing. And so one of my books is this one. It's called Awakening the Chakras. I love chakra work. And I also created a chakra oracle deck called The Sacred Mysteries. And I spent a lot of time with Indian gurus and going to India so that I have some information that could be useful. And I always try to work when I'm working either as a reader doing readings or while I've been writing, is like, how can I give people something to try to help people? So every experience that I've had, I've tried to like funnel it into something that can benefit other people. That's why I wrote all these books. So I got a Matrix meditation book. She said I could plug myself. So here I am, the promotional whore. I did Mystic Secrets Playbook. And my last book before I did my last oracle deck, which was called the Zodiac Light Oracle. It's a really cool astrological deck, but stars, cards, and stone. And then I've even got some more. And I'll finish my plug right here. If you wanted to know more about my books or my other books, and I've got some weird books out there, you would go to www.mysticsecrets.net. And that's how you could connect with me, or you can find Kooch Daniels on Facebook and DM me, and I'll definitely connect. Anyway, so my life has been all about dancing with the other side and trying to get in touch with what's under the surface and what's in the subconscious. So I've dived mostly into the subconscious realm, and I've been pulling stuff out that I've channeled from the other side, as well as trying to dive in to what I don't know, but open my big fat mouth and talk about it anyway. One of my gurus said, "You have such a big nose," and I got really pissed because it's always been a sensitive sore spot, having a larger nose than many. And I was told, if you got this, like, I mean, it's always kind of been like a rough edge. To make a long story
short, blanked out. It's funny you blanked out on that part right there.
I'm glad. Well, my girl got into it with me because he said I had a big nose, and I was like, girl, tell their devotees that they have, large noses, right? So I got really annoyed. But then he said, you have it because you're always digging under the surface, trying to get under what's under what people can't see. And that's why you have that. I go, oh, perfect. Because he did facial readings. He'd read like warts and high shoulders, high hairline, whatever. So that's what he told me. I went, well, that's true. I'm always digging for more dirt, trying to get more information that can benefit people, because a lot of information in the subconscious is buried. But once it comes up, then you can work on it and you can heal it, talk about it, and make it maybe a little better than if you're suppressing it or not dealing with it. So that's my whole life in a nutshell. I've been a working psychic.
Yeah. Well, we're very similar. Since second grade, I wanted to be a school teacher, elementary school. I never got into it, never got that far into it, which is okay. I'm fine with that. But then now I'm wanting out of the corporate world and to do this. So there we go.
Well, I think you'll be awesome, because that part in you that wanted to be an elementary school teacher is like your inner child wanting to play with other kids. And to be able to like survive as a psychic, you have to have like a playful spirit, because this stuff can be really heavy and serious. People are like, they're vomiting their pain and their suffering and their fear. And it's like, if you can't lighten up and be a little playful with all of it, it's hard to deliver a beneficial reading, because if you take something that's really serious and you add more seriousness to it, or condemn it, or make a person feel more guilty, or put a bad spin on it, like, oh, you if you don't pay twice as much, I'm going to tell you, I can relieve you from all that pain. But people like play with people that way, and people are so susceptible when they're getting readings. So it's like, if you can like take whatever you have and make it a little lighter, or more like, here, honey, let me help you, like a second grader. Let's play. Let's build with those blocks and make something really beautiful. So we're trying to make something beautiful out of what a situation that might be very disorganized, or it's not coming together, but you try to put it together to put value on it and make it really look something that somebody wants to like be proud of. So if that's the magic of doing readings, and that's the magic when you can help people, you'll be getting referrals, you'll be getting other people calling you. And so it's like, you got to bring in the magic of positivity and really try to help people and heal without laying any trips on people. And that usually is how people can work as psychics and keep going. Even if you're looking for ghosts, I've gone into houses doing ghost hunting, and I've had adult men run out with their hair, like, they're freaking out because of what's coming through. But it's always done with a positive introduction and a positive, like, this is what we're going to do. I don't try to stir a pot and go, oh, we're going to call in the forces of the evil devils that live, in this room. It's really scary. It's like, so who wants to be in that kind of a mental environment? So really look at, when you're working psychically, try to create something that other people can be refreshed, healed, and feel safe, because then they'll be open. And when you can't do a reading with somebody who either thinks you're a phony, or they're testing you and they want you to do like psychic gymnastics, it's kind of like, I do this for my life living, don't force this issue. But it's kind of, if you put out what you're doing in just a beneficial framework, it doesn't have to be anything out of the ordinary. You have to be your authentic self. But if it's beneficial and comfortable, you're going to have good results. People won't put up walls, and they won't be highly critical if you're trying to help heal something that they're seriously feeling. They will respect you, and that's where the magic comes, is people open. And then the easiness of diving into somebody psychically is if they are comfortable and trusting, then you can move into their space. But if they're putting up all kind of blocks, and you feel it as an intuitive or a sensitive, you'll feel the block. So if a person is open, you kind of just, it's like easy passage. But if people are putting up blocks, then you have to go detour to try to like release those blocks and get people to open up. So it's a lot more work. And yeah, so I'm just letting people who are being psychic or trying to learn how to be psychic, it's like create a positive situation that becomes your environment that you're carrying with you into your work, and that will really help you be on the right path.
Yeah, it was helpful the last time I did readings. I was getting into that move, getting into the groove of just being more like you're saying. So I had one lady that came up and I drew the cards and all, and we started talking. And the more we talked, the more we dug down into the situation. And the more it's like we figured out where it was coming from. We figured out how to solve it. We were just, it was like, it was so cool to
The
have that
magic was there.
the magic. Yeah. Yeah. So that was really cool. So I'm learning more and more as I do my readings and all, but that was really cool
Try to
to
just
help her
really
like that.
trust that you can, I don't know what your primary psychic sense is, but if you can tune in either through your feeling or your hearing or visually to your guides, because you have guides around you. So they're going to be trying to help you. You're not alone when you're working. Don't ever think you're alone, because I see your guides around you right now, and they're wanting to know that you're okay and safe. And that, you know, so when you're going to work, you're not by yourself. You have your angels or your guides, your magical connections with the other side, and you will be being fed if you keep that door, that channel open to trusting that you can hear or feel or sense what the truth is, because you're being fed the information that will help you give what is needed in the moment. Because I haven't stopped seeing your guides once since I've been looking at you. It's like I'm like, yeah, you're, you know, and you wouldn't be called to doing the work that you're doing unless you were listening to something calling you to be where you are right now. So just keep knowing that you have support from the invisible guides.
Okay.
It's not all coming from you, or you know, a lot of it's coming from you. But if you can like just know that you can tap into the other side when you want more information, or you want validity, or you need a little bit more, ask the other side, because you will get it.
Got it. Got it.
And I see you telling somebody the same thing in about 20 years when you're on a totally different level with all of this, because you're only going to keep understanding it more and more and more as you keep doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I try to do that. I don't always consciously feel like I'm doing that, but subconsciously I feel like I'm working on it. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So yeah. Yeah. I know they're all there. I know they're helping. I'm working on the asking, I guess is what
Instead of
doing
working
more
on
asking.
asking, work on trusting.
Trusting. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, that trust word. Yes, the trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm being guided to push you a little, because I keep seeing your guides, and I know they're not there for nothing. They don't just hang around because they have nothing to do. So they're trying to support you, and they're there to help you. And I think my ability to see your guides is because they're wanting me to give you more of a push to be more in one with them, to call them in more.
Okay. All right. All right, you
Worth a
guys.
try.
Yeah. Got my Eugene back there too, helping me. So my ET.
Ah. I can't
Yeah.
stop looking at the mountains because it's Earth Day tomorrow, and I mean, and it's really very symbolic because the mountains have like two peaks. So you're kind of like looking at Mother Earth, her breast reaching out to nurture the world. Yeah, that there, right there. And I'm just feeling like, okay, you know, we really have to be grounded to the earth to be able to like connect with heaven without getting like blown by the wind and knocked off our feet. So you've got Mother Earth behind you, you've got your ET playing with you, and you've got your guides all around you. You're fine. You're not doing this work for nothing.
I thank you all. I thank you all for being here. It's great to know that you guys are here, and it's just a good feeling that my guides are supporting me and they're here. And it's just feels good. Feels good. Feels good. So you've been doing some paranormal work. I'm like been intrigued in that for a while. So what kinds of experiences have you had in with that paranormal investigations?
Well, this is another plug. I wasn't going to do any more plugs, but I wrote a book about it called I remember the name of the book. It's Confessions of a Tarot Reader. It's Troubled Moon Confessions of a Tarot Reader. And I wrote my experiences, and everybody go, Coach, nobody's going to believe this. This stuff is way too weird. And I went, well, I lived it. Because when I was at the early part of my psychic development, and I really hadn't started working as a professional yet, I was experimenting with astral traveling. I was like, oh, I can do this. And I was reading this occult author called Lobsang Rama. And I just found you can like, his books aren't they're not out there, but there's like, he's got them where people have stored them, and you know, you can still get a hold of his books. But I was like staying up all night reading how to astral travel. And so, whoa, here I go, fearless. Nothing's going to happen to me. I can, you know, zoom all around the world, no problem. Maybe go to the moon. Well, I did. And unfortunately, I came back to my body after being gone. Lobsang Rama's incredible. He's got about 10 different books out on how to do all these things that any occultist would just drool to be able to do, astral travel being one of them. So I was leaving my body and traveling all around, and it's really exciting to be able to like go up into the planets and see the stars up close and all those kind of things. It's kind of like portals. You let yourself go into these celestial portals that normally, you know, we're so far away from. But the astral traveling had kicked me in the butt because I came back from being gone. And you always, well, I mean, for me, I would always lay down and just kind of like, you know, you go into like a near sleep mind state, but you leave your body. And I came back and there was somebody else in my body. Okay, so
Oh
this is
no.
serious. Yeah. Can you imagine like somebody else is there and they're saying, you're not getting back in? That's kind of frightening, experiencing that. And people can't even imagine. I mean, think about like, you know, you're in a dream and you try to wake up and they go, you're not waking up. You're staying in this dream. I'll be your conscious awareness now. So anyway, I couldn't get back in my body, but I could hang over it. I had to keep astral traveling over my own body and fighting to get back in with somebody who told me that it was a man, and he was stronger than I was and more much more powerful than I could ever be, and he was a really negative being. And we got to talking over time, because this didn't just resolve itself quickly. It was time consuming. I thought I was going to have to put myself in a mental hospital because nobody could understand what I was talking about. I tried to explain people that I wasn't in my body and but this man was like communicating for me. And I thought I was going to be put in a nut house. And my parents came to visit me. I was in college at the time. They came down and they both ran away and said, we will never talk to you ever again. Something's wrong. There's really something wrong with you. You got to get help. And my parents drove away. I'm like, they're never going to talk to me again. But that was my state of mind. I couldn't be in my body. And this man told me that he had killed young boys. He had raped young boys, and he wanted to do it more. And I'm like, oh God, this is my body. And I've got somebody in there who wants to do God only knows what. And it's going to look like I'm doing it. So I'm like you're in a power struggle with a demonic force, because there's different levels of subterranean beings. When you're like astral traveling, you can go into like lower dimensions, and then you can go into higher celestial planes, which is what I wanted to do. But something from the lower planes saw me as a weakling and that they could take over my body, and they did. So I was basically out of my body, struggling with this force that was dominating male. Not that I want to complain that it was a male instead of a female, but I was very unhappy and very uncomfortable. I luckily was in a psychic circle at that time, so I communicated with one of the strongest psychics, who was one of my reasons that I started doing readings and started believing in psychic phenomena, because I was watching it through him. So I went to him and I said, I've got this thing that's taken me over and I can't control it, and it's controlling me. And he decided to work with me, and he said, I will get rid of it for you. Oh my God, thank you. Somebody's going to get rid of it. And we worked together psychically, and he comes down to the basic formula was I went back to be hovering over my body, and he was going to join me, and together we would work to get back into my body. So it wasn't just me trying to get back into my body, because he would fight for my reclaiming my body, and he knew that he would be more powerful. So the first time that he went, and then we came back and we talked, and he had seen this thing, because I could see it, and it was really had like red shining, you see these pictures of demons with red eyes and everything. Like it was in my head. So I mean, but it was like that's what was inside of me. So I kind of had demon possession, and it was awful, but he recognized it, described it, had talked to it, had heard our conversations that I was having with this force. So I had another being kind of being, my companion, but my person who would protect me. And he got rid of this for me. We wound up meditating again. I think it took maybe 3 times of meditating together before he finally he got rid of the demon. And it was all through his, sorry for that. I forgot to turn off my phone. But he basically figured out what he needed to do to get it out of me. And I'd have to ask him what he did. I was watching and listening, and it was pretty much demands, commands, and garlic and crosses and visualizations and threats. And, it's like one bully facing off with another bully.
Wow.
In the astral. And I'm like watching it over my body. But then I got back, he got it out. And as soon as he got out, I just slipped back into my body. And I swear I will never astral travel again. So that's the astral travel story. But it really makes you
scary.
It's scary. I thought I was going to live forever in a mental hospital, because I thought I would put myself in a mental hospital before I would let this person do damage to another being.
Yeah.
And it was when you're fighting for the controls of your own body, and when I see like, Friday the 13th or these movies where they have possessions and the heads are turning around like this, going in all directions. Yeah, it's kind of like that. For me, it was kind of like that, but my head somebody else was controlling my head, and I was watching it from outside. So it wasn't going like this, but inside my brain, it was like being ripped apart. So possession is real. Ghosts are real. I've seen enough ghosts. I never have worked as a medium, but just in the situation of doing readings year after year after year, things happen where you can't stop it, because the other side wants to come in and talk to their siblings or their mother or whatever. And you get, you get this dialogue with the other side, and I've always just let it go and let it rip, because it's usually very beneficial. And if something is beneficial to somebody, it's like, fine, let's have the dialogue. but I don't like call on it because I'm a little, because of that past experience working where somebody else took over my body. I've never really wanted to get into like working with ghosts as a regular thing. But I mean, I've done it, but it's not like my calling. I'm kind of like, they're real.
Yeah, yeah. I can see where you would hesitate with that.
I
Absolutely.
think for setting more boundaries, like I've got to protect myself. And I mean, somebody would
Hmm.
just ask me if I could find Nancy Guthrie or whatever her name is. And I'm like, no. But then of course my mind starts wanting to go there and look and find her and go, oh, get back. Don't even go there. I don't want to know because it's gotta have a lot of really negative energy around it. And as a psychic, I don't like diving into cesspools, like where I know there's going to be like trouble or negativity or an incredible amount of pain. It's like I'm sensitive and that enables me to read people, and I can work with that ability or that skill of being a psychic that works with that. But if I'm in a situation where I feel a lot of harm around me, I kind of become a big lapdog. I need my mommy. Like, help me.
Yeah, well, as we were talking just before the show, I'm looking at testing out the waters of being a paranormal investigator. So I'm excited to like have the fields and to witness this stuff and to be able to help them all out, you know. So when I do witness it and get past that side of it, um, to be able to help them out, to help them transition or help tell their story or whatever, you know, they need
Oh,
to
that's the right
help
attitude.
out.
If you see yourself as a healer, someone who is able to help people who are struggling work through their pain, you have the perfect attitude to do that kind of work. I haven't been able to get there with it. But
Yeah.
you
Hey.
have the right approach. And I applaud you. I like, oh my God, go girl, go. You're going to be great. I mean, the world needs you. Just make sure that you're grounded. It's like, oh, don't think that
Yeah.
it's like, that the other side can't push when it wants to, because it can push if they want to. But mostly they can't, but if there's enough incentive, they can. So just, and you're calling UFOs to you, so heaven only knows where you're going to be like, who's going to pick you up and plant you where you need? What planet are you going to wind up on? What will be your
Oh,
lessons?
that's another thing, you know. I have been around them. I have had six of them in my bedroom one time, six grays. And I've felt them in my current home, and I have this feeling with my missing time. I have been traveling. So I've been
If
around.
you have if you have them around you and you have that in your experience, your pocket of experience, you don't need to worry, because you're already channeling higher beings or communicating with other dimensions. So I don't know what you're worrying about, like when you're ready. I think you're already beyond that. You're beyond being ready.
I'm something, but something's not happening. There's something like we spoke about, you know, there's something either I'm not fully ready or I'm not ready to see, witness, or it's not my time. There's something there.
Okay, let's work with that. This is how if I was giving you a reading, how I would work with your negative perspective. There's a psychological term called reframing. We're going to take everything you've just said, and we're going to be taking all the gems out of your comments. And every time you tell yourself no, or I'm not ready, or there's something blocking me, or whatever I didn't record your comments, but they were all like negative, negative, negative. I can't, I won't. So everything you just said, if you could like talk about it from owning your power and saying, I am learning to do this. I'm better now than I've been in the past. I'm more capable of using this skill. I have more permission from my higher self to give this information to others. I'm being trained through my guides, whatever you want to do. But everything you just said, I'm not ready. I can't do it. There's something blocking me. I can't remember all the, you could play it back. So when if you just played back this one segment and you listen to all of your, I can't, there was like a whole list, and you want to like, just take out the, I can't, and go, I am learning to, I'm becoming more capable of, I'm really good at, I see myself growing like a beautiful flower. You want to put that where you had the negative. Because once you get rid of all the, I can't, I won't, I don't know how, or whatever it is that's holding you back. So instead of holding you back, I had been feeling that I was being held back, but now I'm feeling the grace coming like a wave of trust that's enabling me to use this power that's been given to me by my guides, my UFO buddies, my family on the other side, God, deity, however you see God or goddess. So do you get it?
Yeah.
Because that's the key. You've got to tell yourself, I can, to be able to go forward. As long as you're telling yourself, I can't, I won't, it's not time, you won't. Because you're working as a psychic, your psychic energy comes from your subconscious, and your subconscious is the creative force of how you believe, how you think, and how you see the conscious mind carrying out whatever you're telling it. So you got to tell yourself, I'm ready. I'm better than I've ever been. I'm going to create a better world because I'm using these talents that are my God-given gifts.
All right. Yeah.
So please, I'm really asking you to go back and replay that tape. Just listen to what you're telling yourself and then reverse everything to I am getting better. I am feeling good about, get rid of the negatives and put in a positive, and that will accelerate your, it's like all of a sudden giving yourself the green light when you're at a stoplight and not moving forward. You'll be giving yourself the green light. So you'll be getting off your butt and stop giving yourself excuses not to do this work that you keep talking about wanting to do. So it's also a leap of faith and owning your strength and knowing that you can protect yourself and you can be grounded and still do your corporate work or the other work that you're needing to do that's much more logical than this. It's not going to prevent you from being who you want to be. It's going to help you be more authentic and more beautiful than ever before. And you have a lot of gifts that come with it that you don't even know yet.
I am ready.
We are all hearing ready. She's ready. Call her for reading.
I am ready.
She's going to be communicating with the other side. You've got where you can DM her.
I am moving up. I am moving forward. I am doing this. I am.
Yes, you are. And I really see you being really good at what you are setting out to do.
Thank you. I'm on the road.
Yeah.
I'm on the road. Yes. Thank you for the reminder again.
It's all your fault.
It is.
It's your guide's fault. They're telling me, will you please tell her to get off her butt and get moving? Sick of hearing her talk about it. Just tell her to do it already.
Okay. I got it. I'm on it. All right. I'm on it. I've got it.
And I know that you have friends or circles. So make sure you have a strong, positive support system. And I told you before, you could always, like, you got my number, you could text me or call me. You're not alone. You know, you've got people you can go, oh, well, I just saw nothing else. I don't know what to do with this information. Oh, you can go, oh, don't ask me. I'm already out there. I understand completely. Don't even go there.
I got it.
Oh no, you're asking for help, Leslie. Oh yeah, you could just take it where you need. Just be intuitive to where you need to go with that information. You got the information. Now run with it. You know.
I'm running. I'm running.
Yeah, there you go.
Behind you.
You're running, and now your guides that used to be 2 are 44. So hey, you've got a whole troop behind you, like yes, we're going.
They're all right here. I gotcha. She's got something going over there. You went blank on me.
I said you have a collective that are
You
they're calling on you for your information.
All right, send it in to me. I got this. I'm moving forward. I'm running
Glad to
now.
hear it. Glad to hear
I'm
it.
running. I am
The
running.
we all need more positive support and conscious, or people that work with the subconscious. It's this, if you can bring value and help to this planet, we really need it right now. Yeah, it's a little bit more confusing in many ways.
Confusing, but not.
Huh?
Confusing, but not. Is that weird with all of this? It's
So weird.
like, yeah. It's like mind blowing, but yet it makes absolute sense.
It's
That's
probably
how I
making more
feel.
sense to you because you have UFOs telling you it makes sense, and maybe they see the purpose behind it. Okay, so I'm pulling a card for you, and I'm using the Seer Tarot deck, and it's balancing. It's a number 6, which is kind of balancing juggling different earth plane things that need to be done, but learning how to juggle in a positive way so that you become a stronger communicator. So it's all going towards you developing your strength more and getting your word out better or louder or to the right people.
Yeah, I've got the right people. The right people are coming. Communication's getting out there.
Good.
I'm on the path. I'm on the path, and there's no boundaries. It's got a large path, and I'm running down this path.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you. Sounds great.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's good to have those little reminders, to keep you on your path, to keep the positive going. I got this. I know I have this. I know I can do this. I know it's thrilling. I know it's my path. This is where I'm going. It feels really good. So, and it feels just super good to me. So,
You just got an
feels
A
good.
plus on your report card. Checking everything off. Everything's an A, 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 A. All right.
Yes. I got it. I got it. I'm on my path. I'm on my path. I'm moving forward. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed. You spoke before of going to an investigation and you walked out with a spirit attached to you. or it followed you home?
Can only say that that's just pulling that out of the ether. It's like there's something knocking on my door saying, ha 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 ha. Ha. So talking about spirits following you, there's, I've had spirits manifesting in my home and it's kind of freaks me out. So, I mean, even just talking about it while I'm in my home, I'm like, okay, what incense do I burn? Where's my sage? Um,
No, that's okay. We don't need to talk about it if you're not comfortable. That's okay.
well, it's just making me look at my space and I'm like, am I protecting my space? Because actually sometimes just talking about the other side, it's like it opens that door a little more. And it's like, oh yeah, well, um,
Mm.
I'm not the world's bravest psychic. That's why I don't bill myself as a medium. You know, like enough is enough. Especially like talking with dead and stuff. So I mean, I think for just right now, I'd rather just say, God, it's been great talking with you.
Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's great. I am so happy you were able to be with us today and so joyful that you are the person that you are because you have very high energy and to be able to help others bring that high energy back within themselves. I think that's awesome.
You're so kind.
That
Uh,
is, I mean, people need that too, you know? I mean, I have had multiple people tell me the same thing, but it's a good reminder and you forget and you slide back. So it's great to have that reminder. So thank you for your beautiful reminders and your high energy and your positivity and the way you work with people. It's beautiful.
So, did your mother have like a pearl that she loved? Some kind of a dangly? Did she ever wear pendants? Was that your daughter?
I miscarried my daughter, so I was 6 weeks along, so I don't know about that.
Ah,
Um, so I don't know.
well, the
Mom
reason being
wasn't
is I
much on
get
that.
somebody showing up that they have like a pendant that's kind of pearl shaped, but it sparkles. So I don't think it's a pearl, but it looks like a pearl. So just wondering if you have any person on the other side. Well,
Not that's coming to me right now.
somebody might be reminding me to remind you to have like a protective amulet while you're
Okay.
working, because it feels like a protective amulet. I think somebody wants you to have a protective amulet.
Okay.
You might be able to find one that has a very magical property. Might be somebody who you knew who passed, but I just feel like there's an amulet waiting for you. And to really
Okay.
know that these kind of things can be charged, or maybe they're already charged, and they are protective. That's why people play with crystals all the time and wear crystals. It's like another layer of protection.
Okay. 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 I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah, you need a necklace. This is my card dealing fortune. I see you with a necklace and it's shiny and it's a beautiful pendant. Normally you don't need it, but when you're doing psychic work, just look at it as like another layer of protecting owning your physical power, being in your body so that you don't get totally like carried away.
Okay. All right. I have some necklaces, some pendants. In fact, I have my stones in my pocket right now.
Oh, good. You're grounded. See,
I
yeah.
have 3 stones in my pockets right now. So,
Three's a magical number.
see, yep. one for pretty much each pocket. So I have that with me most of the time. And then I have necklaces. I don't wear necklaces all that much because the chains always break on me.
Okay, we're
So
going to
I
change that affirmation to my special
wait,
necklace that has all
my
this good,
special, that's right.
all this good juju that helps me stay in my body when I'm doing out of the body work is my protective best friend that I can wear with me. And it chain is, I'm always checking
So
to make sure it's
strong.
strong. And the links are just perfect and they make me feel so safe and secure within.
That's right. My necklace is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so I wear
And
necklaces
she shall
to
wear necklaces wherever she goes.
as me. That's me. My necklaces and my earrings, I wear special colors to for my chakras. So
Oh,
I wear
perfect.
colors for my chakras to help whatever I'm feeling for the moment. So yeah, so I will go get my wonderful necklace on as soon as we're done here and have my protective stone with me at all times.
And stones can change, like because there's different properties with different stones, but it doesn't hurt to just be thinking about how do you stay grounded because of the work that you're doing. Can like kind of like, you're going up in spaceships. I mean, you've got to make sure you have something weighing you back down to the planet, to Mother Earth,
Okay.
taking care of your physical, the body. So
Okay.
goddess bless you, Dana. You're a sweetie. Good luck with
You're awesome.
everything. You're
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 awesome.
awesome. You're awesome.
We're all
Mutual
awesome.
admiration society.
You're wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I
Love
really
you.
enjoyed you. You're awesome. You're beautiful. You're wonderful.
Oh, you're
Huge
just
hugs.
looking at a mirror for yourself. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
Remember
Thank you.
mysticsecrets.net if you ever want to check in with me.
And we'll put all that down below for
Oh,
people
okay.
too. So,
Thank you.
uh-huh. And if anyone else out there has any stories you would like to share, email me, lighttalk423@gmail.com. And we'll talk with everybody next time. Bye.
Ciao. Thank you. Bye.